Look, we was doing some painting. Cool to be able to cover them like that. I know Tanner just finished detailing this one, so it's all clean. We're making templates. We got to sand them still, but he's going to bolt them together, and we're going to make them, and we're going to actually bolt them in with these little guys right here. Go in the crankcase vent tube on 6.4 and the engine harness. You know, them little bitty, there's little brackets that go on there. There's not very many places you can get a real short tin, but he can bolt those on using these tins. And then when it's time to put the actual gasket on, there will be paint behind the area that is not bolted together, but there is still a gasket there, if you know what I mean. It's pretty bad at when the gasket is going behind. This is a 6-liter manifold, but the gasket crosses here where there's nothing bolted, and it actually curls up a lot right there. So, I mean, what I'd like to do, what I always shoot for, stuff like painting the head there so that where the gasket is at, it doesn't, I mean, at least we have a little bit of protection, because it always rusts. They get all rusty, and I mean, there's got to be some paint. We're trying other stuff. This stuff's kind of expensive, but we'll see if we can find some paint that holds up on these little spots, on here and in there. And we're going to go ahead and put paint here too, where the gasket is not touching at the end. So I mean, you can't tell, but that's all taped. We went and taped it up, and taped up some of these, because you know, you could put a bolt in it, but the engine mount touches it, and when you touch it, thinking about never paint something before you assemble it. If you do, make sure that you do not put paint in between the two mating surfaces, because if anything happens, say heat or whatever, and that paint tends to boil out, now that bolt's loose. So we don't try to not do that. You know, I mean, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I might just do it, but most of the time we try not to. So, dang, it's a long video. I wasn't even going to make a video right now. I'll just sand it down. It's pretty simple. It cuts it pretty good, pretty quick. Go down and just make them all through that right there. Smooth them up. I mean, it cuts it quick. I mean, this will... I don't know. I mean, use what we got. Want to tape them up? So I just put a piece of tape on there. All right, we got Mark and Deborah's here. We're going to start on their truck. I did pull the AC. We're getting ready to do a coolant flush real quick, just in between this. We did pull 0.53 out of it, and it held. Well, Julie said it held, but it dropped off the needle, so we're going to have to do a vac check again on it, because I didn't come in here and take a look at it at where it stopped at when it finished recovering. Because sometimes it will stop right there at a recover. Sometimes it does. I know it's not hooked up right now, but I just unhooked it, but that's the vac where it was.
Make that clear, we're not flushing our scoop flush.
Yeah, okay, Julie wanted to say we're not flushing this one. We got a different one. We now have Alan from Arkansas. We had him drop some VC9 in his truck, and he drove here from Arkansas. He's out there right now. And so we're gonna pull this out. He drove up, the VC9's done. So on his truck, we're gonna do some Bait City and back drives to get his system cleaned out. That way his coolant flush is done, and basically we're getting him ready. We'll do that in a minute. But right now though, I wanted to see the 0.53 because Mark thought that he might have overcharged it, but 0.53, we should be 0.77, so we are still a little low. So, all right, so Schrader valves are in his future. We're gonna do that. But right now we're gonna go and pull it out and get the flush done. So, and I gotta power wash this, so it's 2 for 1. You know, this needs to go out anyways because I'm gonna power wash all this off. And yeah, and we're gonna go and do Alan's coolant flush right now. Where'd you drive from?
Siloam Springs.
Siloam Springs, Arkansas.
Yeah, 200 miles.
Heck yeah, that's freaking awesome.
With the VC9 in it.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get to it.
So we've got Alan's truck in here now, and yeah, we're doing a little bit more than a coolant flush on the fly. So we'll show you what's happening, guys.
All right, guys, we got Alan's truck here. They came down here. We get some coolant maintenance done. All right, we're gonna look inside of it here. Hopefully you can. Not too bad. It's not clogged. It's not full. It's not completely cram-packed full. This is the outlet though. Yeah. So most of the time it'll be on this side that it's all the way clogged, but sometimes you'll see it there, you know. If it's completely clogged, it'll actually fill up on that side too. So we're gonna hook up our little contraption here. Where's our little setup at? Right here. We made this so that we can bolt it to the top and blow it backwards because we got a clogged oil cooler. They live a while away. We use this drive as a coolant flush for VC9, and now we just want to try to prolong a little bit until we can get it in to do everything. So right now, let's just see how it goes. We got about a worst case 50 degree difference. So that's, holy crap. Nah, dang it. Let's see how this works.
Let's see
All
how
right.
we do this.
Let's show you a little video here on dually adapter flange front studs all broke off or too tight. Just use a lug nut. Guess we can show you one more. Quick and easy.